are set for, that should give me everything. Hopefully I'm high enough here. So let me check it on quickly. I'm gonna check YouTube, make sure I'm in the picture. I should be. So, oh, I hope you're doing well. I'm excited to share the news about our fresh bourbon whiskey group. Oh my. So come on, people, with your new groups. It's like this is our group. So, we don't need a fresh bourbon group that you're selling bourbon from. Just please stop the hacking and everything. I just can't even, I don't even know what to say to that. So I'm on a live, so I will, sounds awesome, George. It's like, thank you for watching tonight. Let me just really quick check the YouTube. Just make sure that here we go. We're gonna go Scotchy Bourbon Boys home. There we go. We are live and hit play. All right. Let's just yeah, I'm in there. I'm a little bit hidden behind stuff, but you also can join in on YouTube. But we will monitor tonight Facebook. I'm monitoring it. We're going, good to know. I'm going to get ready. So the way that this works tonight, okay, we're just going to review for people on YouTube. We're going to be doing a live food pairing with cheeses, salamis, hams, thinly prosciutto. We've got pecans, crackers, pepperoni, salamis, chocolates, one's caramel, one's toffee, and crackers to clear our palate along with walnut. But we've also got the 4 bourbons. We've got the chicken cock here, which is a barrel strength Kevin Kissner barrel select. We've got this Isaac Bowman that is distilled at Buffalo Trace, but then sent to Virginia and aged. It is a port wine finish. We've got the Baker's 13. And we've got the Russell's Reserve 13. So we've got 4 different bourbons and whiskeys to taste along with each of these different cheeses. I'm going to go into the detail on the cheeses. We're going to start with the cheeses. But right now, we're going to get started on our podcast. So when I start the podcast, it's a 30-second delay. Hang in there. Parmesan cheese, George says. Yeah, I don't know if that works with whiskey, but who knows, right? All right, so we're going to start recording, and I got a 30-second ad that you won't be able to hear. It is for the Spirits of French Lick, Alan Bishop, great master distiller there. If you're down in the French Lick, Indiana, you got to check them out. And then also for his one piece at a time Distilling Institute. He does a fantastic job if you want to get into the nerdy aspect of distilling. Check that out on YouTube. Here we go. We're starting the countdown. right, welcome back to another podcast of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. I'm Tiny here tonight. I've got a really cool podcast for you. We are going to be doing whiskey and food pairings. I'll get into that a little bit, but remember, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. And then also check, oh my God, what just happened? All right, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and also X, and then all the major podcast formats like Apple, Spotify, and also iHeartRadio. My microphone just went dead, and I was just got lucky. Everything's going good. It all came back. It wasn't not working. Right now, there is a chance that Supernest will join us, but in the meantime, if he does, he could just pop in and join us. But we are on YouTube and Facebook Live. Welcome everybody there. I'm looking and monitoring the comments on Facebook, so if you see anything like that or you want to share it with anybody, make those comments. But tonight, we do a lot of different podcasts, but tonight was, for me, it was a little bit different because normally setting up a podcast for me is a lot of technical stuff to get it all working. It's not the easiest thing to go Facebook and YouTube Live along with recording for future, documentation and stuff like that. But that's a lot of the preparation, and then getting everybody organized and getting in and talking and everything. That's a lot. But then you throw in the food preparation that I went through tonight. My best friend Stephen Puetzer, he's watching tonight. He sent me for Christmas a bunch of cheeses that he lives in Wisconsin. I was originally from Wisconsin. Go pack. And then the cheese that he sent me were some very exquisite cheeses. And I'm going to be able to share some of, I took pictures. So I actually have video, or not video, AV kind of helping. You're going to be able to see the labels of some of these cheeses and whatnot. But I'll just start off. We'll go over the whiskeys. So let's see. I've got my making sure I can read the labels. This one is, the first one is a Kevin Kissner barrel pick. If you know us here on the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, this was part of what Greg Schneider does, the master distiller for Chicken Cock. Now, this was a barrel select. It wasn't something that distilled there. It's aged 8 years. It's a reserve cask. It's 123.2 proofs. And it's bottle 139, barrel 455. It is a pick done by the golfer Kevin Kissner for that. I've got that in my glass right in front of me. And then also I've got Baker's 13. Baker's 13, 107 proof. One of the lower proof ones we're going to be doing tonight. It's a single barrel, and it is, like I said, 107, and this is the 13. This is the limited edition. I believe this bottle was 179. Now that was interesting. Now we got Russell's Reserve, 13 barrel proof non-chill. This is this year's bottle. It is, let's see, I'm looking for the, I believe they're all 114 proof. That's the proof on that one. And then, and it's 13 years also, folks. And then the last one is what I wanted to do on the food and bourbon pairing. This is straight bourbon whiskey finished in port barrels. It's Isaac Bowman's Pioneer Spirit. Now it's a small batch copper distilled. Well, yeah, it's finished in port barrels, but it's a product and it's aged in Virginia. It is distilled at Buffalo Trace and then aged in Virginia. So that's really a kind of a cool thing. So those are the 4 bourbons that we're going to taste. And for all you listening, I've got them all poured in my glass. They've all expressed, they've already be, maybe this is what I love. Swiss with some crackers occasionally when he's sipping. Yeah. John Ritt talked about crackers and cheese. But I will say tonight is when you do a food pairing like this, it really is a palate learning experience. It's education for your palate because you kind of figure out what goes well with whiskey and different whiskeys, but then you're amazed at all the different things from different whiskeys. Like that one cheese with all four whiskeys might make them all taste different. Oh, so now I know what I'm doing wrong. I knew it. We are on YouTube and I checked it out, but I didn't turn on the microphone. There you go for everybody on the microphone on YouTube. There's the microphone. You can hear me now. If Nash comes in, I'll have to turn on the other one, but he ain't doing it. So it's kind of funny, YouTube. You're set up for Super Nash, but at the moment, you're getting two of me. So I think that's kind of funny. But, you know, we do what we do. I'm kind of interviewing myself. So I don't have to look at the screen because he's not there. So let's get into the first cheese. Now, I do have this. Okay, good. So what we can do is we're going to share the screen. I need to get this onto, there we go. Let's see what we got going. There we go. We're going to come down here, share screen. I'm going to share the screen. People listening, you won't be able to see, but I will read it for you. The first cheese that we're going to be tasting. Now, this is a Pleasant Ridge Reserve. It's from grass-fed cows. It was a best of show in the American Cheese Society U.S. Cheese Championship. It is made on their family farm in Wisconsin, and ingredients is raw, non-GMO cow's milk, cultured salt, and it's Upland Cheese, Dodgeville, Wisconsin. This particular cheese is just, they call it Pleasant Ridge Reserve. And so I was trying to think, there's phone numbers, there's a website, but it doesn't actually say what type of cheese it is, but I have it here. So I'm getting ready. I'll back this off to go to the screen sharing. I'm going to turn that off. There we go. Go full view, full screen. All right, so there you go. That's what that cheese is. And the first one I'm going to taste it with is I'm going to taste it with the I've got this piece right here. This is it. It's a very white cheese. It's hard, and I'm going to. It's really pleasant. I like it. I'll put that back. I'm going to sip it with the chicken cock. There we go. That's an interesting. Now, take a little bit more of a sip. Now the chicken cock, named after an island formation on which the Upland Farm sits, is made in the tradition of Alpine cheese, like Buford. It's like a Buford cheese. There you go. All right. So I would say I taste the cheese and the whiskey. Now the whiskey off of this, on this particular chicken cock, is tasting a little bit sweeter. Now I'm going to taste the Russell's Reserve first. There we go. And I'm going to take another bite. So this is kind of how you do it. Yeah, you get your cheeses. You really want to get them around. A lot of cheeses are creamy. Oh, almost do a Kentucky chew on it after tasting the Russells first. And now It has like a little bit of a smoky flavor. Takes a little bit of bite out of the Russells. And then I'm going to try the Bakers. Take a little bite of one of the natural crackers. Clears your palate. Crackers can also usually clear your palate. These crackers I'm using are Potter's crackers. They're classic white, organic. Steve also sent them up. Thank you very much, Mr. Puetzer. Stacy is watching. Now, I'd like to sip the whiskey first. Now, this is Baker's 13, one of my favorite bourbons. Now, I'm going to take another bite of this Beaufort type cheese. It's close to reminds me of almost a Parmesan. Now I've got that, so I'm going to take a sip of this Beaufort and then, ooh, on the Bakers. So what I'm noticing on this type of cheese, it's pairing where they're splitting your palate. Like you're still tasting the cheese and you still taste the whiskey. Now it's making the whiskey a little bit, what would you say, sweeter. Let's grab another cracker. So let's do, I've never had the Isaac Bowman port finish, so let's see what we got here. Now that has like that little wine taste. Let's see what I have. That made the cheese taste better. That's funny. You drink a little sip and then take a bite of the cheese, and then that actually made the cheese taste better. All right, so I hate to say it, but the port wine finish really paired well with that cheese. It's sweeter, it's very complex. There's a lot of stuff that happened. The other ones, it seemed to get sweeter, but it was like a combination of the two where you were tasting the cheese and the whiskey, and this actually enhances and made this flavor of this whiskey better with the Beaufort cheese. So, all right, from Pleasant Ridge. All right, I'm going to have a little cracker here. Clear that palate. Let's do the share. This here wasn't, I tasted all the cheeses beforehand when we were doing this, and I love cheese. That's one thing. I mean, when you grow up in Wisconsin, if you don't love cheese, you know, you gotta, you're not in the right place. So I'm going to share the screen here for you guys. And this one is the one cheese I didn't like. Now, it's a crappy, normally it's smoked cheddar natural. I'm pretty sure. And Steve might be able to give us a little thing on that on the comments. But it is, I wish I would have not taken such a crappy picture. I can't even give you you guys all can see it. That's what it looked like. But out of all the cheese, plain, I was not, what would you say? It's the one I didn't like. So here we go. I'll get the base on the chicken cock. Now the chicken cock has a nice bite to it. It's sweet. It's got some proof. There's no doubt. The proof is pretty good there. And so let's get into this smoked cheddar. It's sour. The smoke tastes a little bit like a corn cob. Just not a big fan of it. But let's see how this goes with what it did to the whiskey. Who knows? Holy man. All right. There's an example. It upped the sweetness. So it pulled honey out of that chicken cock. I mean, we are talking about very, very pleasant 120 proof whiskey. I mean, the smoked flavor just pulled it out and made it explode. It enhanced the whiskey by at least 10 points. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The one cheese I don't like enhances the whiskey. All right, so let's do the Russell's 13. This is one of my favorite whiskeys right here. 114 proof. This is this year's batch. Love the caramel on the smell. It's a little bit oaky this year than it has been in past. There's a little bit more of a spice with the wood tannins. There it is. Now let's see what happens when I do this smoked cheddar. Now, holy shit. That whiskey changed that smoked cheddar to be good. I really liked it. Now, let's see what it does to the whiskey. Wow. That is very, very, very nice. That, I have to say, the smoked cheddar is really doing a number with these whiskeys. I would suggest this soaked cheddar. It's very good. Anyways, so let's do it again. I cleared my palate. We'll hit it again. I'm like, oh. I gotta do it with the bakers. Let's see what it does with the bakers. Sweetens it up a little bit, but there's still a little bit of bitterness that it kind of caused. Didn't pair as well with the bakers. All right. Isaac Bowman. There's a good chance I'm eating the cheddar. That makes sense. All right, what happens now with that smoked? Glad. I'm telling you, it enhances all the flavors. So the smoked cheddar, although not great for cheddar, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear my palate with a little bit of Johnsonville garlic salami. Yeah, Steve also sent out. Now, I've never had garlic salami with I mean, we don't have to pair all of them with them, but It's kind of funny because I got the flavor profiles. Picks up the garlic salami, picks up the spiciness. There we go. All right, so the next cheese, let's see what we're dealing with. And the next cheese is whiskey cheese. So the whiskey cheese, this is the Ballantine. I believe this is, it's definitely in the Belvita. Okay. And then the whiskey cheese is 4. All right, so let's do the whiskey cheese. This cheese has been flavored with whiskey. Now, if Steve is still watching, I have no idea. But it's another cheese very similar to, it's a little bit milder than, so let's hit that with the Russell's 13 and see what that does. I'm gonna have to pour more. What that does on the Russell's 13 is bring out the toastiness of it. So what I'm finding is, as we keep going further into this, these cheeses pair differently with each particular whiskey, but bring out, enhance their strong. So the cheese, all right, that's the Baker's 13. Now, also, I would never have thought this, but it's making some of the cheese. You drink the bourbon first and then eat the cheese. It makes the cheese even better. Wow. So the whiskey cheese intensifies the sweetness of Baker's 13, but also increases the spiciness. So he said, would you begin to pair the smoked cheddar and the prosciutto together with the Russell's 13, or just do the cheese? I mean, this is a tasting, so here we go. I got a little bit of prosciutto here. And then you want to do a smoked cheddar, all right? To do a with the smoked cheddar. All right, let's just try what happens when I put the meats with the smoked cheddar. Mr. Rick will let me taste the, well, that's not even fair. I'll have to do some pours. That was interesting. I picked up mostly the cheese off that. What I'm finding is this pork barrel. I mean, if you're going to eat cheese with a whiskey, you're going to probably want to do it with a finished, wine finished whiskey based off what I'm coming up with right here. Now I'm going to quick hit. I just got to make sure I haven't been drinking at all tonight, folks. So this little bit I've been drinking so far, I'm going to hit the, let's hit the Russell's 13 right with that. It's pretty much with the ham, John, that the ham does not come into play because the smoked cheddar just overpowers it. So let's just try a little bit with the ham. ham is salty. And we'll do let's see what happens with the Baker's 13. Off just the ham. Shit. I almost feel like I'm breathing fire. Oh, yeah. That's what this is about. Fun. Now, let's just... Okay, so I did the prosciutto. Let's do a pepperoni. Let's do some pepperoni. I love pepperoni. So there was a little pepperoni. Now, let's see what that does comparatively with the Baker's 13. Going to have to pour some more of that, of the Baker's 13. This is a lot of fun, guys. Thanks for watching tonight, joining me. It's like, thank you, Stephen, my good friend, because this wouldn't have been possible without what you sent up. And I really appreciate it. I'm going to clear, because now, with that pepperoni, the mixed, it's almost like it got heated up on the finish. That one was really cool. All right, let's move on to our next, which is the Bellavitiano Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, this, what I did in the past, I thought this, I'm going to get you up the screen share. I'm getting better, folks, right? Let's see. There it is. All right, you can see that. This comes from Costco. It's one of my favorite cheeses. It's right here. And then it's really kind of my mom and dad are calling. Hey, should I answer it right in the middle of the podcast? Yeah, maybe I should. Let's accept it and go speaker. Hello. Hello. Just so you know, you're on my podcast right now because I'm podcasting live on Facebook, but I just wanted to tell you I'll call you afterwards.
Okay, all right.
But, okay.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah, say hi to everybody.
I will.
Well, you got to actually say it because you are live on the Scotchy Bourbon.
Hi, everybody.
My mom and dad are there. Yeah, I'll call you right after, okay?
Mom and Dad.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, it's Super Dash! I hear Super Dash jumping in.
House, yeah.
It would be nice.
What's up, bro?
Like, well, could we see you?
Hold on, yeah, I'm trying to get everything situated here. Let's see.
Yeah, it's good to have you in. I've been tasting alone here.
Start video. Yep. Start video. There we go. Can you see me now?
Oh, I can see. I can hear you. I mean, mom and dad call right in the middle of a podcast, and then all of a sudden, there is Super Nash. Look at that. He's got some cheeses, and he's got his Russell's 13 there, matching up with my Russell's 13. So maybe this is
that earlier.
So
just trying to match you out a little bit. I didn't know what else you had, and I just tried to pull some cheeses and meats out that I have in the fridge. That we like to do charcuterie. So and Sherry just had one the other night. Although I wasn't here, I was working. So there you go.
Well, I'm really.
I got a few cheddars and all. So
hold on. I'm turning up.
Go ahead.
I'm going to turn on your microphone, which should be right over here somewhere. I'm looking for it. All right. Come on. It never disappeared. It should be right here. Well, it's there, but I'm just trying to get I'll just turn you up and back you off. All right. Yeah, you'll pick
Turn me up and turn me loose.
Oh, come on. It should be It should be right here. Yeah. You know what? Why don't I see it? I'm only going to give it 2 more seconds, folks. Well, I guess I got a double? Oh, I got it over here. All right, never mind. I got 2 microphones. So all I got to do is turn it on right here. It's on.
Good.
You will be good. All right, so you're good for YouTube. Now everything
Awesome.
everything makes sense. I love podcasts like this, don't you? It's like improvising, doing everything. Hey, we've got Super Nash.
Yeah, I had to turn my volume down on my phone there so we don't overlap on audio.
Yeah, yep. Well, you could see on my charcuterie board already that I've gone through some of this already. Yours looks all fresh.
Yeah, because I had to jump in there and fix it right quick. I was busy. I got in here a little bit late. Had a long day. Started out early, and I had a lot of work and prep I had to do for tomorrow's work day. And then I saw you jumping on, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, podcast!" I was like, so then I jumped in there like,
Oh right.
Scotch chop.
Scotchy
Some cheese up and some meats, and got me a little charcuterie and a little bit of cheeses and stuff and some cheddars going on here. So hopefully I can follow along a little bit.
There you go. I got you.
I have the nuts and the cranberries, and I could run in there and grab some chocolates and stuff. So
that's okay. That's okay. You got it down.
I think I'm good. Yeah, you've been munching right along there.
Yeah, you got to get
this dinner.
I don't eat dinner, remember? This is I'm actually feeling guilty. I'm eating this little bit.
I hear you.
I eat lunch. That's what I eat.
I just sort of did this for show because me and Sherry both we started back. We're back at the gym, man. I'm back at the gym and working out and trying to get rid of some of this stress and all this and get a little bit healthy this year, you know.
So Walker said it was my best disappearing act that I just went over there and fixed some stuff. And then Ricky Edwards is here. Hey, Ricky. He's like,
Ricky, cheers,
good to see you. Happy New Year. So I'm in the... So the Russell's Reserve is what you should like get a pour of and start. That's what you... So what I've been doing... Now, do you got crackers over there?
I got some crackers back here.
Okay.
But, actually... Look what I've been tasting on.
And guess what I get tomorrow? It's
What do you get tomorrow?
I get that tomorrow. That's gonna be at lunchtime. I'll be picking that one up. They got it. How much you pay for that?
Dude, I didn't pay anything for this. And I also got a bottle of barrel store pick barrel proof that I need to send you up some samples, and we need to do just a little bit, just a short mention and maybe just a little podcast on barrel bourbon and his barrel pick and just his store mention of my buddy Duvall, who owns Liquor Express here in Anderson, South Carolina. This was compliment to him, and also he gave me a bottle of his barrel pick barrel bourbon, and he wants us to try it and wants us to taste it and do like a little review, you know, and see what we think about it.
All right. So we are on the
and so Russell's Reserve, right?
Yeah. So I have the cheese that I buy. It's a port wine cheese or a Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon. Yes.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
And it comes from Kirkland's, which is Costco, And I love this cheese, one of my favorite cheeses. And
I love this Russell's 13 bourbon.
yeah,
just
so
so you know.
So when you add that on the Cabernet Sauvignon and you drink this, I'll put it with the Russell's 13 right now. Here we go. The Russell's. So what this Cabernet Sauvignon, say it, Sauvignon is doing
French word
is bringing like
French.
filet mignon, Sauvignon, like filet mignon. Yeah, it's bringing out the caramel on the Russell's 13, and it's also bringing out the caramel on the Baker's 13. Now I gotta see what it's gonna do. Now I was eating this cheese.
I have like a sweet English cheddar. So
I've got a sweat. No. Hold off on that. I have something similar to that coming up. Okay. If you got, this is a white salty kind of cheese. So, and then let me hit.
Then I'll just do a little piece of this, a little bit of a bite of this vintage cheddar.
There you go. I love what cheddar does. We got a 5, a 9, and a 10-year coming up, plus just a regular. Those are the last 4 cheeses I want to go into. I did a whiskey cheese. I'm doing this one, but I did this cheese with the pick of the New Riff pick, and it was spicing it up. The New Riff pick from the Kentucky Bourbon Festival that me and CT were on, it was adding a spice. It's not adding a spice to anything, although it added an ale leaf taste to the chicken cock. But I've got this Bowman's with this port wine finish, barrel finish, and I'm telling you, every cheese I've had so far, when I've had the Bowman's, it's the winner. You know what I mean?
I've not had that Bowman's port wine yet.
No, not on this one. The winner is Baker's 13 and then Russell's 13 right behind it for pulling out those caramels. It does not pull out the caramels on the wine. It gets a little, I think the order of this one would be Baker's 13, Russell's 13, chicken cock, Kevin Kissner, and then this one goes into last. Now, all the other cheeses we were tasting beforehand, the smoked cheddar, we had another one that was like Beaufort. This wine finish was just kicking ass. So on this one,
rise that you're doing.
No, we're not. No, I don't know who fucking pairs rye with cheese. That's not a thing. You put rye in old fashions. That's what you do with the rye.
No, I didn't know.
Hey, Nash, you're just supposed to say, "Shut up, bitch."
No, I'm learning. I'm asking.
No, rye is not.
The question is, people want to know.
Well, okay, so now I'm going to do my special thing again that I've been doing all night. We're going to the next one because we just finished the Belvinet and we had a double whiskey. This is the English hollow cheddar. Okay, what was the other one? The whiskey.
The regular chicken cock? Just the regular chicken cock whiskey that you have there?
No, this is the Kevin Kissner. Barrel strength. This is
that's the barrel strength 8 year.
Yeah, the reserve, and it's damn good. Now let me just see if that's worth it. Oh yeah. So this whiskey cheese that I got that Steve sent up to me. This it is like the Costco cheese, but a little bit, it's got that whiskey flavor. So it's actually cheese infused with whiskey. And I didn't have any of the, I didn't have any pictures or whatever because my wife opened it and threw away the package. But the cheese is absolutely delicious. Oh, okay. So he says it's an aged cheddar, and it's most popular cheese.
Cheese originally made in the English village of Cheddar in Somerset. Our version of the of the country's most popular cheese is made in the rolling hills of southern Wisconsin. This region is famous for its strong Swiss heritage and abundant cheese factories. The particular area where we're located, however, was once known as English Hollow due to a high number of dairy farms owned by the English immigrants. Ooh.
Yeah, when it comes to cheese, although Wisconsin makes nice whiskey, cheese is cheese to Wisconsin is what bourbon is to Kentucky. And that's why this is really kind of cool what we're doing here. Now,
I never in my life would have ever thought, and my wife, when I first mentioned this podcast to her, what? Matching cheese with whiskey? Are you crazy? Is what she said to me.
Well,
and she was like, well, wait a minute, she was like, well, there are some flavors in cheese, there might be, some pairings that you can do with it.
So what you got to understand is it's not much different than cigars in the fact that if the cheese is affecting your palate a certain way, it brings out other flavors of the whiskey. And so the same thing with ham. Now, when we put the ham with the smoked cheddar just drowned it out the ham. Now, when it comes to this whiskey cheese, the Baker's
Do you know what kind of whiskey the cheese was blended with?
That would be another one to see if Steve answers that question. But this cheese
Steve,
here.
Can you tell us what kind of whiskey was blended with the cheese when you made it?
This whiskey cheese works with the chicken cock, doesn't work with the Baker's 13, works with the Russell's 13, and let's see if it works with the port wine one. No, does not work with the port wine one.
I wouldn't think it would. I wouldn't think that the wine and the whiskey would pair too well together.
It makes the wine, the whiskey makes the wine bitter.
Yeah, I was about to say, it probably made the sweetness of the wine dissipate.
Yeah, so that's what happened there. So now, we're going to do some cheddar. What kind of cheddar do you got?
I've got some vintage cheddar, and I've got some smoked Gouda. Well, that's not cheddar. I've got some sweet English cheddar.
Okay, so do the first.
And I've also got some cheddar with truffle.
So I've got
about 3 different kinds of cheddar.
So I've got
2 of them are white, and one's yellow.
Do you have a Gouda?
I have a Gouda.
All right. So what we're gonna do is start.
It's a smoked Gouda.
The first cheddar that I have. Here it is. Everybody, share screen. What the heck?
British cheddar. I tasted it just a few minutes ago. And it's like a mild cheddar. Almost a little sweet.
Hold on.
There we go.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm seeing that.
All right, so here will be the 5-year cheddar is the first one. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, click on one picture.
I'm
Now we'll take
trying.
Your whole.
I know
whole
it's not.
library.
There we go. How about that?
There we go.
This is a 5-year cheddar that he set up, and I'm going to get at that. And this worked well with everything. But
That's probably more like the sweet white cheddar that I have.
well, there's the one we both have, like the one that you talk about. That's the countryside. I have one of those, so we'll save that one for that. The 5-year, it makes the Bakers so much sweeter. Oh my God. And the Russells?
Yeah. Grab my Baker's 13 out of my vault here.
It doesn't affect the, okay, Tennessee whiskey. Corn, rye, barley, malt, water, yeast. There you go. Did you hear that? All right, let's pause down to that and stop sharing. Did you hear that, Super Nash?
I did.
It was Tennessee whiskey. So, John Ritt wants you to pair the truffle cheddar with the 107. Oh my God. Let's
do that.
Let's go back to Zoom. Go back to Zoom. All right, here we go. You finding your
Trying to find my 107.
So I'm gonna do a salami. Not a garlic. Makes the Bakers, that wrecks the Bakers. Holy shit. Oh my God, Ricky. I'm from Wisconsin. I mean, for God's sakes. I ate cheese since I was a baby, so no, it doesn't. It's not, it does. I'm drinking whiskey with it, so there you go. Did you find the Bakers?
I have my Bakers already out there.
I can't believe I was expecting you to be. All right, let's see about what this salami does.
Let me run out to the shelf right quick.
You can. I'll keep tasting salami. All right, the salami worked with the port wine finish for whatever reason. It almost did a cantaloupe thing. That was pretty good. And then I've got some actual prosciutto. So, yeah, the salami destroyed Baker's 13, and you don't want to, and then the Russell's Reserve, it did nothing, but the port wine finished Isaac Bowman, that enhanced the salami, and it was okay with the chicken cock.
We do have a little Baker's 13 out on the shelf. I know I got a couple that I picked up at the Bourbon Festival.
Don't, I'm drinking the one, not the signed one, because I've got Baker's.
Yeah,
Baker.
I got two signed ones.
Don't drink salami with Baker's 13. It destroys it. All right, so the next cheddar Let's see what I got.
107 with, let me grab one more glass.
All right, let's see what we got for the next screen share. Here we go. Nine-year. This one is the English cheese. Oh. It's like I have so much. That's the smoked. So this is the English cheese. This cheddar is delicious. See what it does with
what cheese are you doing now?
the English cheese. It's this one right here. There you go, people. English hollow cheddar cheese. English hollow cheddar is an all-natural, self-cured, milled curd cheese that is hand-turned cheddar, is made in small batches and formed and hand-packed. All right, there you go, folks. Put you back up on full screen. I'm getting down with this. All right, so do your English cheddar. Your countryside cheddar.
Sweet cheddar or the
No, the countryside.
I got a vintage cheddar here.
Nope, not the vintage.
Not the vintage, but that would be this one.
You had one other one that you said it was like some sort of.
Yeah, it was the white, sweet English cheddar.
Yeah, that's the one. Taste that and go hit your Russells and your Bakers. Because it. Pulls wood out of the Bakers.
Got a very sharp taste to it.
But it pulls wood out of the Bakers. So does mine.
Off the bat, pulls oak out of the Russell's 13 too.
Yes, it does. But it increases the sweetness.
The sharpness that's in the cheddar.
God damn. Actually, the Baker's
Getting
13.
that across my palate.
I'm enjoying the Baker's 13 with that cheddar. The 12, it pulled way too much oak, but this was like a whole nother party.
The Baker's 13, it's pulling just a little bit of oak. It's like was pulling the sweetness, more sweetness out of it.
So there you go. That's what.
It's like the sweetness is overcoming the sharpness of the cheddar. To me.
All right. We're tasting different cheeses. We think, you know what I mean? And that's what this does. Now, the finished one. See what it.
You know, I had to take one more bite of that cheddar in this Baker's 13.
Wow. That pulls all the wine out of. All the wine. All of it out of the Isaac Bowman. And almost like tastes like you're drinking wine. That's how much wine that cheddar pulled out. Let's try again. It's
still would have had a port wine that I thought I could think of that I have in there that I could grab right quick.
Got Angel's Envy. All you got to do is go get some Angel's Envy and there you go. Because maybe it's the only way you'll ever drink Angel's Envy. I thought of pulling it, but then I got this Isaac,
On my shelf of 700 and something bottles. I can't tell you where that Angel's Envy is, to be honest with you.
I know exactly.
You know it's there.
I know where mine is.
You do?
Yeah, I do. It's down below, right there. I could get it in 2 seconds. It's not open.
Yeah, I know you know where yours is, but I couldn't tell you where mine is. To be honest, I swear, there's so many bottles up there now. I know where, you know, the top ones that I like and drink, and I know where, you know, some hidden ones are that that I go to. But Angel's Envy is one that is a dusty one, and I know it's been there for a while.
Yeah, mine too.
It'll
stay there.
It's way down bottom.
It's staying
and it's
there.
back behind some stuff.
It's staying there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
So, you know, there's no reason for me to pull it back up. You know, it's probably a third of a bottle, or you know, or maybe even a half a bottle. So that's where we're stuck at.
So this next one is your smoked Gouda. Do you have your smoked Gouda?
I do.
Grab that baby. Back to full screen. And one of my favorite cheeses of all time does to pair with bourbon. Here we go. It's so creamy.
Unreal.
It costs.
107 is on the table and Super Dash. Weller 107 on the table. You were looking for Baker's 13 originally.
It turns the chicken cock into.
What was I supposed to pair this with?
Russell's 13 and Baker's. What I got. I'm gonna do it with Baker's. Do you got the Baker's? Or is that
I'm gonna go with Baker first.
All right, me too. I had to eat a cracker because the chicken cock it was like.
I had a cracker after the last one. Just to.
Well, I just had it with chicken cock.
I should have grabbed the chicken cock when I was grabbing the Baker's 13 because it was right there.
Oh my God. It turns it into a sweet rickhouse. What the shit? That is good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. With honey.
Like
a rickhouse with honey. A honey flavored.
Sweet and cherry. It's like honey and cherry. Because I got the tartness of the cherry off that Gouda cheese. The smokiness.
Now I did it with 13.
You're gonna have to another piece of that.
Hit Russell's 13 now. It is a sweet, spicy mess. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that happens, you know what I mean? With eating these cheeses, it just changes the whiskey. It's like, that's not how I would ever describe Russell's 13, but that's how I describe it now. A sweet, spicy mess. There's some spice on it, there's some sweetness, and it's a mess.
That brings out the spice in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and there's some sweetness there that
Yep.
So if it just brought out
the sweetness comes in, the spice hits you up front on that cheese, but as you swallow it down, then your sweetness overcomes on the palate.
Nope, wrong one. Oh, I ate all the Gouda before I got to the. I'm gonna be fucked up. Oh.
The jalapeno Havarti. I had a little piece of a while ago with this Traveler whiskey.
Whiskey?
Whiskey.
Whiskey?
Yeah. I had a couple of pours while I was doing invoices and service reports.
So this podcast, I'm going to call this podcast Invoices and Service Reports. Invoices and Service Reports.
What? Tasting cheeses.
He said that the Gouda was 2 to 4 months. But I'm telling you, that was very delicious. I love the Gouda. I loved what it did to it, Steve. It was fantastic. All right, so now we're down to the 9-year-old cheddar and the 10-year-old.
Wait a second, let me have a cracker here.
And then we'll hit dessert. It's almost like when you're doing cheese, the shaved ham is the part that clears your palate. But
Doing summer sausage because we got this in a Christmas present, and it was in there with these cheeses.
But the summer sausage is so salty. And
this is a nice mild,
okay.
very flavorful summer sausage.
I want you to hit the Russells after you. Okay. Now drink the Russells. And tell me what that does to your palate. It turns Russells into. It's going to turn Russells into. It's going to turn it into a jalapeno. It's so. Oh my God. A jalapeno wood. It's like so much wood. Where's what? I just taste a barrel. I just started chewing on a barrel.
I'm telling you, I had a little bit of summer sausage still left in my mouth when I had just took a little sip there. And the spices off that Russell's 13, it almost burnt my nose.
Yeah, it's like I said, that saltiness will always increase that spice. All right.
Came together with that. That's just unreal how that did that.
All right, so
it's like a chemical reaction.
I'm going to share the 9-year cheddar right now that I'm about to eat. Split your cheddar in half because I've got a 9 and a 10-year coming up. So let's go share screen. Here we go. This is my 9-year. 9-year cheddar. This is made with milk from cows not treated with RBST. Milk. Yeah, it's age 9. This is actually 9-month cheddar.
I'm gonna have to pour up. I got a Maker's Mark, and it's called Candy Apple.
Okay.
Everybody knows that Maker's Mark is a wheated bourbon, so I'm gonna pour up a little bit of it to do a little bit of the last few tastings that we do.
All right, the 9-month cheddar is a little bit sour. Cheddars, when they're sour, remind me of an ale. So let's just see what happens. I gotta get I'm gonna need refills on all of them.
Yeah, I'm just hitting this a little bit on my 13.
Holy shit. The chicken cock, it takes it to another level. It's creamy, but what it does to the chicken cock, it turns into a sweet ale. Like it tastes like a beer. It takes it back to a beer, and this is 120 some proof, and it's like no other. It's really good. I really like that. You know what it reminds me? It tastes like Beer Barrel Select that he did with the beer barrels. Remember that Beer Barrel Select that he did? That's what. Adding that 9-month cheddar.
You know how much I remember it? Because I just picked one up about 8 weeks ago. that guy had one up for sale. All of a sudden, I just saw the post of it, and it was like, holy shit!
You know, when
So
I
it's discontinued.
so just so you know, I think every day
Smack it up.
we should have
5 minutes after he posted it.
on the pod. We should have a podcast once a week that you join us, where we do Super Nash updates us on what he picked up for the week. It's like Super Nash update, because you pick up so much shit and then you don't even tell me. It's like you're hiding it from me, and it's not even fucking fair. It's like I should not have. You should tell me what you have. I don't want to steal.
Like the traveler.
I'm getting the traveler.
I just got that last night on the way home.
And someone just gave it. They gave it to you. They gave it to you for free because you're a Scotchy Bourbon boy.
Yeah, and that he wants me to promote his store, and that he wants me to promote that barrel bourbon pick, and I told him I would.
Well,
and
get on with it, motherfucker.
That's like $140 worth of bourbon. The barrel bourbon's like $99.
Are you really?
You know?
Are you seriously really like surprised? Because that's all I do is get.
No, I'm not surprised because I promote this every day, and that's what I do, brother.
Yeah.
So that's why I told him. I said, look, and he was like, well, why would I, if he's in Ohio, like, because we're on YouTube. We do everything live, and that's what we do. So we'll get into that later. But let's get back to our parents.
All right. So this is still the 9-month cheddar. I had to hit. Oh, that did a nice thing too. It's sour though. All right. So far, let's see what it does to the wine one.
Back to 13.
Oh, that 9-month cheddar does a nice thing to the wine one. So it does.
13, to me, it's pulling almost like citrus notes out.
All right. So the last one this is the last.
Nice and smooth and flavorful.
The last cheese that I have, and we're gonna share screen. Mm-hmm. This shows the. I gotta get the 9-month cheddar down. Black Creek. There you go. Come on. What is going on? I can't. Let's see. That's how. Yeah, there you go. All right. So the last one is this, and it tells you what it is. It's a 10-year cheddar cheese. Cultured pasteurized milk, salt, enzymes, and annatto color contains milk. There you go. It just gives you the straightforward. It's sitting there. I'm going to eat it. Let's go with a cracker.
I'll tell you, that cheddar, to me, wrecks the Russell's 13.
A 10-year
kind of bitter taste.
Ooh.
The way the sweetness.
It blows the chicken cock off the charts. It just turns sweet.
This is the 10-year?
Yeah. Now, let's see what it does to the bakers. I'm even gonna hit it with some water. Get the cracker out of there. All right, here we go. A 10-year is so mild and sharp. Here we go. It turns bakers into a flavor bomb. I'm gonna Okay. So the Booker's flavor is coming out with this cheddar. Like
Wow.
insanely. All right.
Did
Let's do the Russells.
the truffle cheddar with the candied apple?
Did you do it with the 107?
Yeah, I'm going to do that next. But I just did it with the candied apple, Maker's Mark. Oh my gosh. It pulls out a sweetness and a tartness.
Here we go.
You can really taste that apple. And what it is, but about that sharpness of the cheddar on that.
All right.
But it pulls out the sweetness and the tartness of that apple in this bourbon.
It took Russell's to another level. Now, the last thing it's going to try and do, let's see. So cheddar goes well with the Russells and the Bakers. Everything else goes well with the port wine finish, and everything goes well with the chicken cock. Here we go. 10-year. What does it do to the Bowmans? Not bad. Not
All right,
bad.
Go back off your you're showing the cheddar cheese.
What? Oh, I need to. Okay, thank you. You want me to stop sharing? There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, thanks. All right, let's go full screen view. I was all on top of it until there. All right. So it's time for dessert.
That blew you away.
So it's time for dessert.
All right. Actually, time for dessert for you, but I'm gonna do the 107, and I'm gonna do this truffle,
Okay.
the cheddar white truffle. I do the bourbon first or the cheese first? Cheese first?
No. Yeah.
No, yeah. Too late.
Well, a lot of times if you taste the bourbon to see what it tastes like before the cheese, then you taste the cheese, and then you taste the bourbon.
I'm doing the cheese first, yeah.
I'm just going to eat this salami because I'm getting ready for the dessert. Because this salami right here was insane, this garlic salami from Johnsonville. Thank you, Steve. I'm going to die eating this.
Totally just brings out the sweetness
Of the candy
the
apple.
107.
Of the 107. Walker says the candy apple is incredible.
It is. That candy apple is definitely incredible. Did you not pick up a bottle of that?
Dude, I got so much Maker's Mark that I'm not.
That was at Maker's Mark when
yeah, I got the ice cream social, and I dipped myself a bottle of, I forget, but at the same time, I have a whole shelf of like 22 different flavors of Maker's Mark, and I've got enough.
I got to reply to John. Yes. As soon as I took a sip of the 107, the cinnamon started coming across first. And then the sweetness came across. That cinnamon popped right off the bat. And I believe it was because of that cheddar sharpness of that truffle cheddar.
There you go.
Amazing.
Yep, it's amazing what your palate picks up and how it changes your palate from flavor to flavor. Now I'm going to hit a pecan. I'm gonna hit Baker's because I'm clearing my palate here.
Instead of bite a nut.
That's just shut the. That's good. I enjoy the pecan flavor with the Baker's 13.
I have another piece of this and
Ooh, it's really good.
truffle cheddar and this 107.
Yeah, you keep going on that. Now the pecan with the chicken cock. Nope. Chicken cock does not go good with peacock. Pecan. Peacock. I've been watching too much Peacock. All right.
Let's smoke peacock in there.
Let's see what happens with the port wine. Not bad. Brandon Craig says, howdy. There you go. All right.
How you doing?
So the next level is the dried cherries. So dried fruit goes well with whiskey too. So let's hit a dried cherry. I'll start with
but I don't have any. So we're gonna let you do that. I'm gonna hit a piece of salami and a cracker.
the chicken cock is neutral to that.
Good, neutral.
Stays the same.
Bring out any kind of fruit flavors or nothing, or
Baker's is neutral too. Tastes like Baker's. Okay, I will say the chicken cock is neutral, but the Baker's is more juicy version of Baker's. It doesn't change the taste, but it changes the refreshment.
wow.
These are dried cherries from Michigan, up by Seth. Here comes what happens to Russell's 13.
Oh, what do you got there? Is that caramel and chocolate?
For what?
2 pieces of dessert.
This is a caramel chocolate, and this is toffee.
Oh. Mm.
So I will say Russell's 13 enhances the cherry, totally goes like an old-fashioned kind of way with the Russell's 13. Definitely the cherry with the Russell's 13 is happening. I'm going to eat some pepperoni there.
Mm.
Let's see what the wine...
A little Russell's 13.
That's not bad either. But Russell's 13 would win it. But that nice wine flavor mixes with the cherry. Here we go for dessert. Let's try chocolate caramel and see what it does to each of the flavors. Oh my God. The chocolate caramel is fantastic.
That pepperoni brings up the spices out of the Russell 13.
You're jealous. You're eating pepperoni.
Well, I'm just saying, the sweet, on my palate, the spices come up a little bit and the sweetness goes down. Right after I eat a couple pieces of that pepperoni.
All right. Holy shit. So the chocolate of the caramel and the salt. Let's see. Just need a little more on the. Here we go. It brings out the. It totally brings out the chocolate of the chocolate caramel on this. Fantastic on the chicken cock. Okay, the chicken cock works well with. Here we go for bakers.
Hey, I just want to comment to Brandon, because he just said he just got a nosing kit, but he hadn't used yet, but he's looking forward to using, and he hasn't done a tasting like this yet. So, you know, me and you both been through this as we went through the executive bourbon steward class, and we came back with a nosing kit. You are going to so much more appreciate bourbon and learn so much more and just accentuate all your nosing capabilities when you start using that nosing kit. And just keep going back to it because you'll learn more and more as, you know, you just can't just go through it one time and just think that you've learned everything from it. As we have, just keep going back to it because you'll keep picking up things from it, right?
Yeah, 100%. All right, here goes Russell's 13 with the chocolate caramel with salt.
That's amazing. It's like sex in your mouth.
You got a freaking how? Oh my god. That's not even. Okay, I need more of that. I need a little bit more of that. All right, here we go. Let's put some more Russell's.
But you have no more chocolate.
What are you talking about? I got toffee and I've got still. All right, here we go. Look, I still had that. You can see.
Oh, you did have some left. You were hiding it behind the bar.
All right, see what happens with just a little.
You're gonna have to do the toffee and the chocolate. That's got to be one of my favorites, right there.
I just dropped the chocolate on the floor, which I have to go get because I got to do it with the. Let's see what happens with the port wine finish. Sorry about that, everybody.
Not when he bends over.
You did not. There's no crack to see. There was in that one video. All right,
We don't want to see what happened with the port wine finish when you bent over.
Here's the port wine
That's
finish.
all I would say.
That's. I don't even know what to say to that. All right, here we go. Nope. Oh, the wine goes bitter. All right. So the last of the coup de grace, I'm a favorite fan of dark chocolate toffee. Heath bars with milk chocolate are my favorite, but you get some dark chocolate with toffee. So we're going to start with the chicken cock. I'm going to clear my palate somehow with a pecan.
Oh my gosh.
And then some water.
All right. English cheddar and this Traveler whiskey. Oh my gosh. It ruins it. It makes it taste bitter.
What was it?
The white English cheddar.
Okay.
That I have.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet English cheddar. All right, the white, the old white cheddar that I had. And I paired it just now with the Traveler whiskey that I had a pour of when I came on to the podcast. Oh my gosh, it totally wrecked it.
Okay, so caramel.
Because the Traveler whiskey is sweet and light to begin with, but when you take a bite of that and then drink a sip of that whiskey right there, oh my gosh, it just like, it wrecks it. It's like bitter and,
So
you don't want to do that. Non-pairing.
the chicken cock did not pair well with the toffee and the dark chocolate. It took the dark chocolate to a level of bitterness. All right. Here we go with Baker's 13. We're on the grand finale, folks. My favorite toffee with dark chocolate. I've got it.
John Ritz said he's showing his porthole.
What?
You'd be showing your porthole, talking about when you've been over a while ago to pick up that chocolate.
Oh, yeah, he saw the one video, right? That one video, all right.
I hope not.
Here we go.
That is paired with what? The
Toffee and
Baker's
dark
13?
chocolate with the Baker's 13. And that's a decent pour. Here we go. Wow. Doesn't take the... Fuck. Doesn't take the dark chocolate too dark and explodes the toffee. I got enough Russell's. Now, Russell's 13, as everybody knows, is one of my favorite, right? I'm eating a lot of my favorite candy.
Like you ate a lot of your favorite cheese and meat tonight.
You blow me.
I saw that board before you started.
Yeah, you did. I ate most of it. Here we go.
You know what? I've got to tell you, and, you know.
These are dessert bourbons.
Go ahead.
Russell's 13 and Baker's 13 are dessert bourbon. They're out.
Baker's 13, it's a cheese bourbon too. Most of the cheeses that I've drank Baker's 13 with tonight is paired very well with.
I don't think I have any more. Let's just see what the Bowman does with this. Here we go. This has been fun. Thank you for coming, Super Ash.
Absolutely.
I was by myself for a while, and then you showed up.
I saw you, and I was just trying to finish up and trying to jump on here, brother, and I didn't want you to be alone. I told you I wanted to be on for this, whether I could, stay or not.
You
But
did.
you saw, I cut up what I had and brought in what I could.
Thank you. All right.
It's gonna be.
It works.
Is it?
Yeah. It doesn't get too bitter like it did with the caramel. And here's the caramel. And there we go. We are finished. So, I would say that if you're gonna pair cheddar cheeses, you're going with the Kentucky bourbons. But if you are gonna pair white cheeses that have some saltiness, it goes really well with the Isaac Bowman port wine
finished bourbon,
the
yeah.
port barrel.
I would say
Everything-
also too,
Everything went.
like your lower proof wheated bourbons. your saltier cheddars and stuff like that would go well with your lower proof wheated bourbon.
But when you come in,
they're lower proof and they're sweeter.
now
I
would say with the chicken cock, I don't think there was too much it didn't pair with. It just didn't pair exceptional with anything. It paired with everything. But these paired with the cheddars and the desserts, where this paired with the whites, the white cheeses with salt, the saltier. This paired, the Isaac Bowman paired better with the salty cheeses, but it didn't pair with the caramel chocolate, but it paired with the toffee chocolate. So there you go. I mean, it's just like, what is this tonight? What did we do? I think this was more about you and your palate than it was about the cheese or the bourbon. You know what I mean?
And one other thing, and it's about you and exploring. Get out there. Buy your cheeses and stuff, and then buy these different bourbons that you like to drink, and match them up, and then find the ones that you like to drink with these cheeses. Right?
Well, yeah, find the ones you really like, but at the same time, have fun with your spouse or whatever doing it. It's just like, it's a fun thing to do.
This right here, yeah.
It's what this was tonight was fantastic. Is what it was. I mean, yeah. There was hams, there were salamis, pepperonis, there was different types of cheeses, and then you're talking about chocolates and dried fruits and nuts. It's just like, that's what
what the fun of chocolates,
and that's what the fun of whiskey is.
And that's what we're talking about. And get with your significant other, and
have a blast.
Buy a few whiskeys. Yeah, have some fun, and buy some fruits and nuts and some meats and cheeses, and chocolates, and have a date night and just have some fun with it and just enjoy it and just find what you like together and what you don't like together.
Yeah.
And then
This is how whiskey allows you to experiment and learn what you like and why you like it. I mean, this is what would you say? A palate expander. 100%.
Exactly. A palate expander. And really, it's not that expensive to do as compared to, it's what, like going out to a movie dinner and a movie night and stuff like that, spend those dollars on a few whiskeys and some wines and cheese, some cheeses and meats and
grab a buzz. And grab a buzz.
Yeah.
Grab a buzz.
And have some fun.
I'm definitely not
put on the Scotchy Bourbon Boys
podcast, yeah.
Cheese pairing podcast, and and there you go.
Taste along, yeah, 100% taste along. What's happening with that? Oh my God, I need a little bit more Russell's Reserve, and then we will start to take it out. And definitely, I knew tonight was gonna. I didn't have supper, and there's not a lot of food, and I knew this would get me to the point where this is it, because Russell's Reserve.
That's awesome.
With toffee.
Y'all getting a lot of snow up there, brother?
Rain. It's like, I need to move back to Wisconsin for snow. But once again,
we got torrential rain. We got thunderstorms. It flooded us all over the place, and tornadoes all around us.
I saw that.
And yeah, so yeah, I worked in torrential rain all early this morning, but I mean, it was worth it. I love it. Love my job.
I was out there too.
They'd be fired extinguisher business because I'm going to lots of festivals this year.
So John said they're getting blasted with snow in Illinois.
Yeah, I saw that on the news. Yeah.
We are not here in Ohio. We should be.
We got lots of rain and flooding down here in South Carolina. So thunderstorms. It was thundering and lightning by the time I woke up to late afternoon. But we're done with it and clearing out for us. So.
All right, everybody. So this has been a fantastic podcast. I think going forward, it should be one that people check out 100%. I'll get it up on I'll get it up on iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts and Spotify and any of the podcast formats that you listen to tonight. But at the same time, I think this was very successful. We tasted some high-end bourbon, some finished bourbon, barrel straight bourbon. Yeah, and we put it up against...
and some other bourbons. Like I say, we tasted some wheated bourbons, just some regular bourbons, corn bourbons. The thing is that you can pair this and grab any whiskey, bourbon, or rye, which we didn't do, that you want to, and just, mix and match and just do your own tasting and pairings and just find out what you like, with the cheeses, from your area that you can pick up at your local that you like to taste it on a regular basis and eat, and the meats and nuts and fruits, and just make a fun night of it. Like we said.
I'd like to thank Steve Puetzer, my good friend. Man, I just right there. My heart goes with you. And remember, thank you so much for the cheeses and the sausages and everything and this podcast. We were able to make this work. I wish the Brie version of what you sent me would have been on here, but I definitely plan on cooking that to make it so that I don't die. So, anyways.
Do you have a website or anything that we can send anybody or any information that we can send them to?
We're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. www.scotchybourbonboys.com. Make sure that you go there.
You need to get to John, if you need to get to John and to his cheeses and stuff like that, we can get you there.
Oh, you're talking about Steve having a website?
Steven, yeah.
No, Steve is my friend. He's just my friend. He bought a bunch of cheeses, sent it my way. He got a lot of popcorn for this.
Okay.
So anyways,
all right.
But we are the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, and we're www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all Scotchy Bourbon Boys things. Scotchy Bourbon Boys t-shirts, Scotchy Bourbon Boys glasses, Glencairns, and then also Scotchy Bourbon Bowls. But check us out on the internet.
If you want a barrelhead, talk to us because we know a guy.
Barrelhead. But with that said, you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Check us out on all the major podcast formats. iHeart, Apple, Spotify, and any other format that you listen to. So, remember, good friends equal good times. Wait, good whiskey and good bourbon equals good times and good friends. Don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. and live your life dangerously, little Steve-O is going to take us out.
All right. Everybody.
Cheers.
Tuning in. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you all. We appreciate everyone.
Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
Your office equipment protection?
All right. Did you hear that? We are being recorded.
So is that like your extended warranty?
So, all right. Focus. We're recording.
Is that John? Was that John? I think it was. All right. Watch this. Hey Siri, call Stephen Puetzer. Because he's still watching. Let's get him on.
Right.
See if he answers. Yay! You're on Facebook and YouTube still.
Stephen, how are you?
You did good.
Super Nash here.
Can you hear Super Nash?
I can barely hear you.
Hold on. Let me put it closer. All right. Can you hear now? Talk.
Hey, Stephen. How are you, man? Great to meet you a little bit.
Yes? No?
What's that?
Can you hear Nash?
Barely. He's breaking out.
Say it again.
Hey, Super
Stephen,
Nash.
great to meet you.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to move you to the speaker. All right. Now, can you hear?
I just turned you off and I was like leaving you.
What is that?
That went very well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you did a great job.
I'm very full.
You're kind of tipsy too.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be by that point?
That was pretty funny. That was great.
Hold on. Let me turn Nash up.
Awesome. I mean, that was really in-depth.
Talk, Nash.
You got
Nash, talk.
Hey, how about that?
Keep talking.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Stephen?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, all right, man. That's great.
All right.
This is a fun podcast. I sure appreciate you sending all the cheeses up to Tiny there. And like I say, he invited me on to come on tonight. And it was just a little bit late getting on, but we made it work out.
Yeah, it worked out great. I should have sent you samples too. I didn't think of that. I could have split them in half. So we both could have done it together.
So,
Yeah.
so in other words, you're saying that somehow he should have got my Christmas present too?
Well,
Uh-oh. Oh, look at him.
That was a lot of cheese you got.
Yeah, that was a shit ton.
And just like bourbon, I mean, the good stuff is expensive.
And look at it. He ate it all, Stephen.
Oh,
And didn't even share none of it with me.
Just so you know, that's not all of it.
No,
Nash.
it was like 25 pounds of cheese.
It was crazy.
My God.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. The box was like the box you packed with all your stuff. And I made sure I put like all kinds of junk in there and stuff. So when you open it, it was a pain. The bubbles and the popcorn peanuts, whatever they're called.
Oh, there you go. I'm glad you've been watching, man. Hey, yeah. Hey, you gotta make sure it's all safe, right?
Yeah.
Except for the brie.
Well, then I contacted the company. They're going to get back to me tomorrow and give me an answer.
Yeah, let me know because it's been in the refrigerator the whole time, but...
Well, they used to use, in the cheese making process, they used to not, like, wait 60 days with raw milk or something, and that's when, after 60 days, the salt enzymes will help the cheese create its own like protection from listeria and salmonella. So this cheese is raw milk, but it is shipped, I believe, before the 60 days is up. Even though it's illegal in the state of Wisconsin, it's illegal everywhere. So I gotta check this, find out about how their process is, because it should be safe, but they wouldn't have to stick around there. If you know, and I heard that you shouldn't eat it after them served by Dave, so you don't want to get listeria. But back in the old days, look up the cheese making, how many people died from eating cheese back in the day because they would get listeria and salmonella poison and just die. And that's why they pasteurize cheese now into processes.
Oh, I'm all for you killing me.
I don't need that. Right in the podcast. Paramedics come.
Here we are, tasting some brewery.
Yeah. So were you tasting along, or were you just watching?
No, I was giving you information as I was going. I was trying to feed information to the podcast.
You did a good job.
If some people wanted that,
You sure did.
they can at least look it up. Yeah, it's fun.
Absolutely.
Good job. Yeah, we've been doing it for like a year, ever since Jeff came to do a tasting. I've been collecting I've always been collecting cheeses, but I collected the best ones I could find and tasted them with bourbon with my neighbor. Things were crazy going on in our mouth, but different tastes with the different cheeses. So good deal that you guys got to that tasting.
Well, I will say that my least favorite cheese is the smoked cheddar, but it did well with the bourbons.
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen with the smoke. Just with the smoke tannins, just like they do with the smoke barrels, it's going to change it. It's pretty cool. I mean, you get some much better whiskeys than or bourbons than I had. That probably helped too.
Well,
When I told my wife about this podcast earlier this evening, when she came in from work, she was like, "What? Really? Cheeses and bourbons? No way. That just doesn't sound right to me." You know, and she comes from a wine background.
Yes, yeah.
She's from Ventura, California, and her parents live in Ventura, and so they're from and they know all the wineries and the people that own the wineries all up and down the wine coast up there. And so that's how, I originally started in wine and then got into bourbon through them, coming out here to Maker's Mark. But, yeah, and so it was all about charcuterie boards and all that, and wines and cheeses and pairings and all that. And then I told her about this. "Oh, we're gonna pair bourbon with cheeses tonight." She's like, "What? You're crazy." No.
Well, that's kind of what's happening in Wisconsin. The cheese boards are just taking off everyone, and that's why I've been working on trying to come up with all the different things for the charcuterie and just experimenting. And then we brought in the bourbon because we're like, I don't know, nobody drinks wine by us. They all drink like hard liquor, bourbons, or beer. So we started pairing with that. And it's like, where's the red wine? No one's doing it. And so it's like, okay. So it's a new thing.
Well, but you throw in.
Awesome. I tell you what, it's totally awesome. And like I said, it amazed me tonight tasting the different bourbons with the cheeses and all that, the flavors and how that were changing with the cheeses and what they were doing. So yeah, it's amazing. I enjoyed it. It totally was informational to me, as I guess it was you getting back to you.
Yeah, definitely. It's a win-win situation.
So
you guys could connect with cheesemakers too. You never know.
So Nash, that Steve Coombs is food, cheese, smoked ham. That's his thing.
Oh, cool.
So we got to get with you if you're intrigued. We need to get with Coombs and do a podcast.
That was awesome.
So I'm gonna put you on that.
Yeah.
What about barbecue? Have you done barbecue yet? Have you done like good brisket, pork, and like tastes with that? That might be something to try too.
No, but
But we did the barbecue. You did the barbecue festival. I wasn't there, but they did. last year.
Put it this way. I think barbecue meats will just bourbon complements it, or it's not like changes it. It's like it's more like a marriage than it is like a family. You know what I mean?
Cheese would be way different. That's what I would
Cheese
have.
is way different. Ham is salty. The salt is way different. But when you get into barbecue mixing with bourbon, they just blend.
They go, yeah. I guess you say.
Yeah, the sauces and the flavors of the sauce sort of blend together.
When I
Uh,
mean,
better
every time
than
I
they do
smoke ribs
the taste.
or brisket, I come to bed and I basically smell of bourbon and brisket in bed. I mean, my wife's like, I'm like, she's like, it's like,
You smell like a smokehouse.
are you in your pajamas? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, it doesn't leave.
Yeah.
They're just like A plus B equals C, where what would be really cool is to see what a wine would like, tasting a wine with a cheese and then a bourbon.
Yeah. That might be a new idea too. Oh, there's so much out there. Well, I've been doing with the beers, mostly IPAs and stuff, and it does change the same way because there's so many hoppy, hazy IPAs out there that really works well with cheese.
What did you say? Beer? Fuck beer.
Beer IPAs.
No, actually, I've the Trogs. I like Trogs, and I like the Sam Adams Old Fezziwig. I've had a couple beers.
Okay, that's good.
It's Randy of the Bourbon Festival that's getting me back into beers because he gets into beer.
Yeah,
And I've always liked the beers too. And
Yeah, I've never seen you
not
drink a
always-
beer in
I've
my
not
life.
always like just the regular beers too. I've always liked the
Ambers.
no just the what's the word will lose me, the
Yeah, you're so into beer you can't even remember what
no,
it said.
no, I like the craft beers, you know, because I like the flavors, you know.
Is it?
Different
Do they have?
flavors and
They have craft
No.
notes. Those beers have some craft notes.
No, I know he's talking like me. I know he's saying it. He's speaking my language. I got total. I know exactly because that's how I talk.
yeah, there you go. Just,
So
yeah, John, the microbrews. I like the microbrews. Yeah.
I do too.
Pilsners and the different porters. There's porter beer. There's so many different kinds. Oh my God.
So the next time I come back, we got to get together.
Yes.
No skipping me next time. I raise my hand. I'm raising my hand and saying, next time I get to be involved because
We'll have you go out to the tasting here.
with the neighbors and everything, dude. I have some shit that will blow them all away.
You're invited. Just make sure you can crash overnight on my couch because you're not driving.
I'll be coming in April for sure for the draft.
Oh, it'll be warm by then. Yeah, that's perfect.
And you mean 5 minutes? Isn't that how time moves?
Oh, it'll be it'll be really quick.
So February we're going to hey Nash, we're gonna come down the week before Valentine's Day that weekend. We're gonna be staying. I think it's February 10th, 11th, right in there.
That's where you live. So.
Oh no, we're gonna be.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work because the weekend after that, the 16th, I've got to be up in Cherokee because Sherry's got she's got a little bit of surgery and stuff she's got to have done.
I'll be
we're
coming
gonna
that
be there.
weekend to stay there. We'll be staying in
Yeah.
Anderson like we did before. but I'm gonna come and drink all your 4 grain, Colonel Taylor.
Look, right there behind me. You got that big double bed with the big king mattress. That
So
I can't
you're
sleep on
thinking that
anymore.
we need to stay at your house?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, for sure. Hey, Steve, we need to stay at your house?
Well, you always can stay here as long as you don't have. You used to have the whole family with
Hey,
I don't have a whole family anymore. I just have myself and Rachel. That's it.
Steve, I'm going to be up in like 3 weeks for the Green Bay playoff game.
You gotta admit that Bears game was pretty satisfying.
Oh, that was cool.
What?
My dad thought they played good.
If your dad thought you thought that having Justice Fields' head bounce off the turf and never be able to do anything again was a good thing?
He had a concussion, I think.
Oh, he what? The referees sent him out and they sent him back in, and the Packers. Good thing the Packers ran the clock out because his eyes were gone. It was like I could not believe they sent him back in.
They figured it was the last game anyway, so why not? And yeah, why risk your quarterback? That's something they had no chance at anything with. So yeah.
So they did. What do you mean they did good?
They had that other quarterback that was sick out with COVID. He would have done okay. I think that young 12-year-old quarterback.
We absolutely, basically dominated the shit out of them. We didn't punt.
I just have to defend my dad sometimes, you know.
What?
I have to defend my dad once in a while, you know. I like the Packers. They're doing good.
Yeah.
I think that the torch has been passed. Do you know what the record since 1992 of the Bears and the Packers is?
Yeah, my dad would tell you he doesn't like.
It's 49-18.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, but the Packers used to dominate.
No, the Packers under
70s, 80s.
No. The Packers in the 70s did not dominate the Bears, and the Packers of the 80s did not dominate the Bears either. But the Packers of the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, they dominated.
Yeah, so we need a Walter Payton again. I mean, my dad is Walter Payton.
Steven, I said that a while ago, just a few minutes ago, that I'd be up there in 3 weeks for the Packers playoff game. And Jeff didn't even hear that.
I heard it.
There's
no Packers playoff game. The Packers are it doesn't matter who they play. They're the last seed. They always play on the road.
You don't think they'll make it?
I think they're going to make the Super Bowl. You want to meet me at the Super Bowl? Because I'll meet you at the Super Bowl. Because Jordan Love, his fucking emoji is a heart. I mean, God, that guy is fucking awesome. He did well. Did you expect him? What?
I didn't realize they were the youngest team to get to the playoffs.
They're the youngest team to get to the playoffs since 1978. But did you know that Jordan Love fucking had the best completion percentage against the Bears, except for one other game where Aaron Rodgers was higher. It's the second highest Packer completion percentage in the history of the Green Bay Packers. And that's
seventh in the NFL, though.
What?
Jordan Love is like 7th in the NFL in far as completion right now.
Yeah, but the game he just played was 84%. There's
unreal.
Only been an 85 by Aaron Rodgers. Otherwise, throughout history of the Green Bay Packers, that's it.
Yeah, he turned it up for sure.
No, he just looks so comfortable back there, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
I mean,
there's a guy, I don't know what game it was, but he had a game that the entire team played like it was the Super Bowl. They dominated. It was amazing. And I said that, wow, they're really good. And then they fell apart the next week. So
that was
just
Yeah, but they fell apart the next week because they lost Christian Walker.
Oh, okay.
If you put Christian Walker back in against Dallas with Reed, with Wicks, with Musgrave, with Kraft, with Aaron Jones, I'm telling you, Dallas is the underdog in this game based off of if the Packers defense plays the way they did against the Bears.
Yeah.
And the last 2 games they played on turf on the road was Detroit and Minnesota, and they pretty much dominate as a defense on turf.
You got the facts.
It should be a good game against Dallas. I think we could beat them. Plus, you know how the record was 9 and the last 9. They're 9-0, and then they won 10-0 against Chicago. Do you know what the record against Dallas is?
What is it?
9-1. Over the last 10 games, the Packers have won 9 out of the last 10. There was even a game where Matt Flynn was losing 23-3 at halftime, and the Packers fucking won.
Okay.
In Dallas.
This should be a good game then.
Do you know where the Packers won their last Super Bowl?
No.
In Dallas.
Really?
Pittsburgh, Green Bay was in Dallas.
Was it Dallas? I think I remember that. Yeah.
We like Dallas.
Yeah.
I think all the things. I'm just gonna bet the money line on Green Bay.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're gonna do some betting.
Oh yeah. Yes. I bet the Packers to win, and I won that, but I put it on a 2-game parlay with the over, and the over was not really. It was 44 points, and they only scored 17-9. So I didn't win that. But initially, my initial bet was $25 with DraftKings, and I'm up to 65.
Nice.
Hey, so it's early by you, right? Just 9:37?
Yep.
So did Matt go back to school?
No, he's still here working, so he's got work and quick trip.
Is he doing all right?
He's doing good, yeah. He's doing good.
So,
Where'd Super Nash go?
what?
Where'd he go?
Super Nash is right there. Super Nash, say hi.
I thought he's sleeping.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's still there. He was reading stuff on the on our podcast.
I got people commenting on Facebook still.
Okay, there you are.
You're on Facebook, Steve, right now, and on YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's your first time.
I'm diverting.
I appreciate the cheese. And
pizza. What about pizzas? Do you think pizza, because of cheese, different cheeses on pizza?
well, why don't when I come back we do a pizza?
Well, I can ship you some from Gold.
No. But my goal is to give you.
That's against my pizza.
Should I give you good
I always
bourbons?
win. I always win.
Wait. We don't give a shit about the pizza. We want to know how the pizza matches with the bourbon.
Exactly.
So I got to get you good bourbon to go up against it.
Yeah, you gotta ship me some little bottles. Or drop them off. We don't ship things like that.
What?
We're on the internet, so we don't ship, we drop it off the house.
I'll deliver it.
Yeah, you deliver in little bottles.
Nash.
So we're gonna do that this summer. We're gonna do a tasting, because you can make pizzas, but right? There's crazy pizzas now. The pickle pizza, the dill pickle pizzas. There's barbecue pizzas. There's sugar pizzas. There's the white potato pizza. Then you've got the different regions of pizza that you can try. So yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do.
There's Wisconsin, New York pizza. That's it.
There's tavern style. There's
Chicago, Detroit.
New York.
It's sad that Pizza Hut makes the Detroit pizza the best.
That's funny. Yeah. We've got just Detroit style opening up this month in Heartland. It's supposed to be different. So give that a try. I'm going to get going because I do have. I was supposed to be down at 9 o'clock with my wife watching
Okay.
a TV series.
Tell what one are you watching?
I can't think of it. It's something really weird.
You guys watching Reacher? Have you guys watched Reacher?
No, I have no.
Watch Reacher on Prime.
The episodes, Reacher, that episode, or the movie?
No, the Prime special. Everybody's seen the two movies, but Reacher, the 2 seasons are fucking fantastic.
It's on.
I just have saw that stuff.
It's on Prime. It's really good. And put it this way: every single episode, what you want to have happened in a kick-ass way happens. They don't like do a Friends bullshit where you want Ross and Jennifer Aniston, whatever her name, Rachel, to get together, and they never get together. This one, they just every episode, it's like, oh my god, they might get their ass kicked. Nope, they just kick everybody's ass. It's a good show.
Jack Reacher. Okay. Oh, cool.
It's just called Reacher, not even Jack Reacher, just Reacher. There's 2 seasons of it, so if you didn't see it yet, the first season's good, and the second season's going on right now.
We're watching Fool Me Once. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Fool Me Once. It's like a UK drama. It's pretty cool. But we have to catch up to it tonight because we only have 1 hour and we have time to watch TV, so gotta get done.
All right.
Hey, thanks, guys.
All right. Love you, love you, man.
We'll talk soon.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Good to meet you, Stephen. Thanks for reaching out, man. Great to meet you.
We're still on. Look, I'll shut down YouTube. I have no idea if it's shut down already. It's on low.
Still watching.
It's still going.
What I said.
What?
That's what I said.
All right, I'll stop it. Thanks everybody on YouTube for watching.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Glad you tuned in.
Good night.
Last tonight, and hope you learned something, and hopefully gave you some helpful information.
All right. Good night.